Alright, hello, fellow Danes, and welcome back to the LPS Cup's 16th finals. We have another match for you here today, featuring Draco and DJANGO, who will be battling on the map Brandywine.
I'm your co-host, Elite Kryptik.
And I am your other commentator, Chiska.
Alright. Here we go, I'm ready now.
Kryptik, would you mind introducing the audience to Draco? Or introducing
yeah,
Draco? Oh, I see. Alright, I'll start the game then.
So I have been playing with Draco for quite a long time. I met him back, I think on 4.1, shortly after that patch released. Shortly after the Dwarves release is when I met him, so I'm not sure what patch that was. But in any case, okay, thank God, I thought there was a load bug there. He's very good. He's beaten me on multiple occasions, although that was back when the Dwarves were much more overpowered than they are now. I consider him to be a very highly skilled player, and I think he's going to play very well.
Alright, DJANGO is a bit of more of a mystery. He didn't enter anything in the survey the players were supposed to at the tournament. But I must confess, I've seen a few of his replays, and in my personal opinion, he does play quite good, and he's quite a skilled player, especially with Mordor.
Alright. Well, I have some bad news for you folks watching this matchup. In the previous patch, it might not be the case anymore thanks to the tournament patch, but in the previous one, this was a foregone conclusion. Mordor won. The Dwarves could not do anything to match the sheer amount of orcs. But hopefully, with the tournament patch we are seeing, that will have changed.
I'd just like to point out that DJANGO went for 2 orc pits right off the bat. That took almost up all his resources, but he's going for a heavy orc spam.
Taken all his resources because each orc pit costs 500.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw that too, but I'm observing Draco, so I didn't want to mention it.
Right.
Draco's going for a scout start. He's creeping. He's got a single, your standard guardian. Oh, he's getting a phalanx, so it looks like he might go for a quick creep on the troll, on his troll to the east. Interesting. Still haven't seen people using the more efficient method of using your scout here and guardians to creep trolls. Very easy to do. Oh, you cut out there. You still there, Chiska?
Yes, sorry. My mouse just died.
Oh, your mouse died.
Yes, its battery must be flat.
See, this is why you use corded mice. Alright, well, I'll carry it for you while you get that fixed.
Right.
So we've got DJANGO in the south, headed to get farms. He's got 4 orcs, 4 battalions of orcs, but no scout hero. We've got Draco just creeping. Pretty standard early game for both factions. Just lots of creeping going on.
Right, fix that. Thanks for stepping in, Kryptik.
No problem. Yeah, we've got a big ass war down here between the wild men and DJANGO's orcs. Big epic battle as the men try to defend their home, but they will not be successful, I'm afraid. Interesting choice going for a phalanx.
You think he's going to
Phalanxes.
creep the warg?
Yeah, he'll probably creep the warg and the troll simultaneously.
How many phalanxes does he have? 2 or 3?
2. He's bought 2 phalanxes. That's what he's done with his money. That's 600 resources.
He's pretty prepared. Now I see why dwarves is his favorite faction.
Yes. He's very good with dwarves, believe me. Yeah, he's going to do the standard. If you look up to the top right real quick, he's about to creep this troll. Now, you can do that with guardians right at the start. You don't lose any, and you still kill the troll. It saves you a lot of time and money than having to make phalanx.
Perhaps he's also just making the phalanx to counter the Nazgul in the early game or in the mid game.
I suppose, but I think it's really mainly for creeping. I think making 2 phalanx is a bit excessive, though. That's 600 resources. That's not going to help him against the orc span, which is the first thing he's going to meet.
Understood.
But he does have ravens. Oh, he doesn't have ravens. That's interesting. I always knew him to take ravens first because of the debuff. I think Chiska tapped out again for a second. His mouse still be having some issues there.
Sorry, yes. The battery I plugged in seemed
Oh, you
flat.
plugged in a dead battery?
Yes. I'll be back in a
Oh,
second.
Chiska. No deal. No big deal. I will cover. Alright. Ooh, Draco creeping very aggressively, going for the wargs, going for Django's wargs now. And it looks like also going for Django's troll, but unfortunately Django is going for Django's troll. He's going to perform the trick I told you about with the warriors. Just draw them with your scout hero. You don't even have to hit them like that. Throw your orcs on aggressive and run them through the orcs. We've got our first engagement here. Draco's going to retreat. He knows he can't win that fight. Django about to lose. Django loses gore bag. Apparently didn't see that his gore bag was fighting the troll, so that's 150 down the drain. Draco going for battle wagons. Ooh, this is going to be an interesting game. Everybody seems to think that cavalry is the answer versus Mordor, but as we saw with the previous games with Isengard, for some factions that isn't the case.
Sorry, I'd just like to point out my mouse died. Ladies and gentlemen, please excuse myself, but it will not happen again.
Hey man, everybody makes mistakes. That's what makes humans so awesome.
Well said. Right. I see I missed quite a lot with Django.
We've had some very aggressive creeping from Draco. He got almost all the creeps on the map. And Django lost his gore bag to the troll.
Really?
That's 150 down the drain.
Mm.
And Draco's going for battle wagons.
Looks like Django decided to go for Arsenal, so I'm guessing he's trying to reduce the cost of the siege, probably.
Or he might want that for fire arrows for his orcs later on.
Ah, yes.
One of the best late game strategies with Mordor is, besides from getting all your elite troops, you know, the Castellans, the Morgul Riders, the Easterlings that you can summon, the Haradrim, all those guys. You can also get Overseers and throw them on some regular orcs who can get fire arrows, and those are devastating.
Yes. Extremely
But
devastating.
you wouldn't think that orc archers would be so dangerous, but you put an Overseer on them, they're dangerous.
Yes. How much is the damage increase? It's like 30%, I believe.
The damage increase on what, the battle wagon?
No, on when the Overseers is combined with the Archers.
Oh yeah, it's just a straight across the board stat increase of 50% on everything.
Really? That is incredible.
Yeah, and they also get an ability that increases their damage versus enemy archers even more.
Another factor which just makes Mordor unbelievably overpowered.
Yes.
We're really hoping...
It does take a while to get them, so...
We're really hoping for some sort of a nerf in 4.3.
Oh, there will be one. Don't worry.
Outstanding.
But, yeah, we see some incredible battle wagon play here. It looks like the battle wagons really did receive a strong buff, much stronger than those warg riders did.
Incredible.
They're able to really take damage now from swordsmen. Django is going to need pikes quickly in order to counter those battle wagons.
The battle wagon is much more useful now than in the previous version.
Yeah, in the previous version, you
just
know, you
died.
could kill it with some orcs, you could kill it with some wild men, you could kill it with Rohan
Practically
peasants.
anything.
Yeah.
Looks like Django's forced to go a bit on the defensive, already putting up 3 of his towers.
Yeah, I think that might be a mistake. It would have been better, I think, to spend that money on pikes and getting his scout hero back and go after that level 5 battle wagon.
How many heroes does Draco have on the battlefield?
Just Nori.
Just Nori.
Yep. Although Nori's probably going to be getting close to level 10 now.
It's already
we've
level
got
8.
some harassing coming out from Django in the north. He's going after the mine shafts of Draco.
That is a sneaky attack.
Very sneaky. Very, very, very sneaky.
Reminds me...
He's also going after the mine shaft just to the east there.
His attack reminds me of my ram spam in our little 1 versus 1.
Yes, except it's far less effective because it's made up of useless rattly
Orcs. Here comes the first battle wagon to save the day. That thing is incredible in this patch.
You can see it gaining a lot of experience. I think that's an incredible amount of experience it gains. I think it needs to receive less experience, especially if it's going to be made stronger like that.
Yes, no, I agree
'Cause look,
completely.
one or two battalions of orcs and it's level 5.
5. One simple rush can just max it.
Yeah, I don't like that. I do not like that at all. The problem I had with the patch, I mean, there's nothing wrong with trying to patch the game, but they patched like certain portions of it, so that's why I dropped out personally.
Mm.
There were a lot of positive patches in there that are making a big difference. I think probably the biggest difference that's been made is slowing down the recruitment time of orcs, and not directly nerfing their stats, but just making them recruit a bit slower. I think that was a very good idea.
Just back to the game, did you notice the Dale being built here to the west?
Yep, I did.
Already going for the housing area.
Good aggressive move. I would have gone for the arrow tower first, but by the by.
Housing area. Well, you get some pretty good archers from the marketplace, right? From the town.
Yep.
That will be a good counter against the infantry spam of Mordor.
Well, the thing about that town is it auto repairs very quickly. It's like it repairs like a citadel. So if you damage
Right, that is incredible.
it will repair to full health for free in like 10 seconds if
Whoa.
you can defend it. So that's why it's a very good move to aggressively put it near your enemy and build an arrow tower if you want to secure some ground early game, because it can just wipe out huge amounts of enemies.
But right now, at this point in the game, I don't think it is really necessary, because Draco has supreme map control already. I think Django is left with 1 or 2 settlements.
Yeah, the thing is, though, it's super cheap to build. It can generate you a huge amount of money, and it's a very strong defensive position for if he loses his map control. So it's sort of like a good fallback plan, I'd say.
Yes. Probably built it just for in case his attack failed and he can just then pull back.
Oh, that is a very serious force of orcs in the east there, going after the level 5 battle wagon. He sees those pikes in there, he knows he can't charge them.
But he did summon the Dwarven Lone Axe Tower.
Yeah, that thing is annoying.
Especially, I think it has higher damage than Gondor's Lone Tower, because it's axes, right?
Oh, I gave him a barrel, but he missed. If he had landed that barrel in the middle of that horde, that would have been devastating. Wow, demolishers already from Draco. He's really trying to shut this thing down quickly. He doesn't want Mordor to get any stronger.
Well, that's what he did say in the interview. He likes to keep it quick and try to end his enemy in the mid to early game.
Yes, and for you folks in the stream who didn't see the interview, it will be posted to my channel. 2 hours. Going for some Dale archers. Or those are Dale swordsmen, my mistake. Formation. Random group of orcs coming from the north there, they'll be killed off.
I don't think he spotted Dale yet. Django.
Well, he's about to find out the hard way.
Unfortunately.
Got a pretty serious force coming in here from Draco that could do some real damage to the enemy army. Good battle wagon play could do very well. Big army moving back now from Django to try and counter that dwarf army.
If I was Django, I would be irritated 100% by these overpowered battle wagons.
Well, I wouldn't say they're overpowered. I think that they've got a good buff now against swords. They're still vulnerable to spears. I just think they gain experience a little too fast. That's one thing that was overlooked, I think. But yeah, even with all those pikes, though, he could just give him a barrel in the middle, and it's like a wizard blast, essentially. It does a lot of damage.
Well, we see the halberdiers out. If he can micro those pretty good, I think he might be able to easily take out the battle wagon.
Yeah, the Ungol halberdiers, and if he threw in a few black Uruk-hai as well, then...
that would tear the battle wagon apart.
If he threw a couple of those in, then... Nope.
He's having the same problem as me.
What is this, the no mouse stream?
So it would seem.
Alright, well, these battle wagons are proving to be very sturdy, very resilient.
Well, it doesn't look like his mouse is off. He's still microing those orcs moderately good.
Oh, he got it fixed. All right.
Let's see how far this Demolisher gets.
Well, demolishers are still pretty weak in general. So, wow, those are orc pikes. Those battle wagons are trampling through, and they are taking no damage.
Yes, that's what I meant when saying it was overpowered.
I think I'm going to agree with you on that statement now. Like, those are not even just orc pikes. They're but look at that. They're getting hits, and the battle wagon is going to die.
I think once they actually get into it and be able to deal some good damage, then it takes the effect.
Draco with upgrades already. Heavy armor and banner carriers.
He is playing this one really aggressive.
Yeah, but I think I think Django was a little early in saying good game. I think his towers could really help him here.
Yes. No, he'll probably last a bit longer.
There's that change to the siege coming into play right there. That demolisher will not die.
No, the fortress will be going down, the citadel, I mean.
Yep.
Especially with
this is
its
exactly
armor.
what I was talking about. This is one of the prime reasons that I didn't want to play, because look at how powerful that siege is.
I
It took down the
understand.
citadel in 2 hits. One battering ram in the middle of a group of swordsmen took down a citadel in 2 hits.
Looks like Django surrendered.
All right, well that's going to be the first game of this match.
First round goes to Draco. Django played
Very
good.
well played by Draco.
I
They
think.
both played well.
Where do you think Django went wrong?
I think he was just a lot of times he was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like his army was off to the east, killing a mine shaft, while Draco was setting up the lake town. That sort of thing.
I don't think he expected such an aggressive attack from the Dwarven faction.
Yeah, the dwarves are a very slow faction, and that's one of the things that Draco catches people off guard with when he goes so aggressively with them.
Right, I understand now.
All right, well, I'm going to end this recording for this match here. So for the people who are watching just on YouTube, thanks very much for watching. Be sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and share. Help the channel grow. Let's bring the Adane mod to new levels. And as always, stay awesome. Okay, that's one.
Right, what's the next matchup?
Next matchup is Gondor versus
Isengard.
All right, hold on. I gotta start recording and say that in there. All right, everybody, welcome back. This is going to be the second match of Draco versus Django. The similarity in the names is really getting me.
The double D's.
Yeah. So for this match, we've got Gondor versus Isengard. Previous match, Draco played very well. He shut down Django's early game and hit him really hard, really fast with invincible demolishers. But now he has moved on to Gondor, who cannot pull off such a quick siege rush, I don't think. So we shall see what happens.
As soon as everyone's ready, I'll start the game. I always find Isengard versus Gondor quite amusing.
I always find it quite boring, to be honest. Because
Really?
if both factions want to play to their full potential, all they have to do is sit back, defend, build up armies.
But when the two go against each other, it's a bit of a different scenario. Two defensive factions.
Yeah, that's my point. That's why I've always found it to be a little bit boring. Because with Gondor, what do you want to do? You want to level up your heroes, sit back, and build an army of tower guards. With Isengard, what do you want to do? You want to level up your heroes, sit back, and build an army of upgraded Urukai. It's like the same thing.
We might see a bit different tactics this game.
Yeah. One thing I do like about the matchup is they match each other almost perfectly. Look at everything each faction has. Each faction can summon huge free armies. Each faction has a devastating army-killing power late game. Each faction has really strong heroes. So, well, if they're leveled up. Isengard's heroes are quite weak until they're leveled up. So I think it's going to be a good matchup.
Yes, that's also why I find these type of games quite interesting, because they're both very similar to each other, and they're quite at even odds. So really, the only thing that will determine the victor in this match will be the skill of the players.
Yes, it'll all come down to the micro, who gets the most creeps, rather. So we've got, looks like Django's in the north this time. He's going for furnaces.
Already.
Yep. Got Draco, same strategy, making some pikes. Really relying on that creep money to help him make back the money he loses from making pikes. Oh wow, Pippin nearly dead just from wild men. Get out of there, Pippin. Run away. That was so close. Pippin has a sliver of health.
Really?
Yeah. If you
Well,
look in the south there, by the wildman hut he just creeped. He's right there. You can see how much health he's got.
incredible. Why? He should have switched over to rock throw mode.
No, what that was, I actually don't use rock throw mode. I think it sucks. What he did was he had all the wildmen targeting him, but he didn't put him on defensive mode. He put him on aggressive mode.
Oh.
So he got his butt kicked. That's okay though. He's regenerating his health as heroes do.
Well, we see Bulferni on the map. I do hope he gets leveled up to 10 this time, unlike in the previous game where nobody really used Bulferni.
His fullest potential. Yeah, here we see exactly what I was talking about with Bill Fernie. He's leveled him up. He's level 10 though to take that troll. He needs level 10.
He does have the resources.
Snitch ability is so useful because it will show him exactly what Draco is up to. Has not gained level 10 for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe he's got a different plan.
Well, Pippin is revealed, or was revealed, for a moment.
Yep. You would have seen him creeping that wildman hut there.
Yes. I hope Django makes a comeback this game, so that we can have a third game.
So do I. He's got a ooh, that's an aggressive push. He's making a wildman hut directly in the middle. If he can pump out enough wildmen there, he can really slow Draco down.
Let's hope so.
Gondor soldier spam is expensive. It's very expensive.
And
And
they're
look
not
at
really
this.
worth the money.
No, they aren't. I agree with you there. It's better than Rush for Tower Guards. But Draco immediately making his stables.
Already?
I think he is anticipating that wildman rush, and I think he plans on countering it.
That is some good early game counter, I must confess.
Yep. Expensive, though. It's quite expensive.
Well, his income seems stable.
I haven't even switched to a player's view yet. So what do we got here? Heal and Riley Call, same 2 powers from Draco. 909 resources, enough to get a cavalry. And he is. 560, pretty good discount. He's got several farms. Like he's pushing north, he's going to take Django's creep. That's one thing Django is not doing very well with. He's not creeping aggressively enough. He's losing money that he could be getting.
He's always focusing in one direction.
Yes, he could be splitting his forces better, so that's one place Draco is doing very well.
Well, looks like we see the first Wildman attack coming here right in the middle. He might catch Draco completely off guard.
Oh yeah, he's definitely going to kill at least one farm, potentially a couple of farms. A lot of people underestimate how much money you can make from creeps. They can really help your early game.
Especially in
Oh,
1k rushes.
Here we have the first unit of knights have been made.
Already. He might just be able to counter the done landings. Let's see. No, strangely enough.
Sorry, go ahead.
I said strangely enough, he must not know the Wildmen are there yet. Probably haven't clicked because he's going westwards with his knights.
Yeah, he's killing those wild men that were hitting that farm.
Oh, I see.
And remember, those wild men are stealing all of Draco's money
Resources.
right now. Although I would say losing 2 units of wild men, in other words, 300 resources, is more than what he stole. Still, if you get enough of a spam, you can catch those knights and you can kill them. Get like 4 units clumped together.
Well, we still see no Wolfgar. I was really looking forward to seeing Wolfgar in the battle. Even yesterday.
Well, like I said, a lot of people underestimate him. A lot of people don't know that he received an update in 4.21 to make him much stronger. I was one of the chief people who got that going because I spoke up about his uselessness on the forums.
If you would look to Django's base to the north, you can see his inner build plots are completely filled with furnaces.
And if you look just to the east, he's just taking an outpost, and he's making another Uruk pit.
I see. All right. Well played, Django.
Oh, that's interesting. So look at that. He's filled his entire base and then
With
put
furnaces.
his recruitment on an outpost.
Well, that's a bit of a strange tactic, but let's see how effective it will be.
Yeah, it's definitely very unorthodox. I've never seen anybody do that before.
Well, he is Isengard, so he's bound to be able to afford it.
Yep.
Especially in the
One
late
thing you
game.
can say about Isengard, they sure are rich. Got Draco going for the Wildman hut in the middle. We've got Django harassing on all over the map.
Yes,
Very
again.
Nice army splitting going on here. He does have a unit of the Wildmans hanging out that could be hitting a farm right now in the west. Those knights just tearing apart the Wildmen.
That was a good move from Draco to get the knights early in the game.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're fighting Isengard, you know that those Wildmen are going to be coming. Oh, we got a battle in the north here. Bill Fernie trying to kill Pippin. Pippin running away.
Battle of the Scout Heroes.
It looks like he might lose Bill Fernie here to these knights. Oh no, going for the scouts. That's going to be a rough loss. Those scouts were leveled up too.
Level 4 Scout. Oh.
He has no means of protecting them against that cavalry. Draco's going to exploit that.
Well,
will they escape? Get into the base, boys. Regenerate. Get in the base.
let's see.
Oh, look
Yes.
at that.
Nice escape. But if I can just turn your attention to the outpost on the east, he's gone for machinery of war, so he'll most probably go for the pikemen.
And he's making a tower as well. That'll give him a strong defensive stance against any attempted rush by Draco there. Looks like Draco is once again taking the majority of map control, however.
Yes, I think Django should focus a bit more on the early game creeps.
Yeah, that would probably help him quite a bit.
I think that is his main flaw, not focusing on the creeps enough.
We really see that nerf to the Gondor Knights coming into play here. Bill Fernie just destroyed them.
A Gondor Knight Battalion?
Yeah.
That sounds unreal.
A scout hero, level 10 albeit, but still a scout hero beating Gondor Knights. That is unheard of. So we have a siege works already from Draco. I go for the same ram push, and Gondor has some of the strongest rams in the game. They already were pretty much immune to arrows thanks to their metal roofing.
But they're a bit difficult to control, like a Grand. Just smaller.
Yeah. Basically mini Gronds of them.
But they don't look as cool as Grand.
See, here's the mistake that Django is making, I think. He is spamming those Wildmen really good, but those Wildmen are just dying to the Knights.
Yes. Yes, he might have... Well, he does have his pikemen out now. If he pairs them up with... Does he still have a clan steady?
No, he just lost it.
Oh, that's bad.
Taking a mine shaft.
I think he's going to drop the unlanding rush now.
Yeah, it would have been better for him, I think, once he saw those Knights. Get Wolfgar, retreat, use Wolfgar, keep him alive, because Wolfgar is really useful, and once you get him to level 5, he can summon Spearmen. Oh, they just killed Bill Fernie.
Looks like he's replaced...
Has fallen.
Django's replaced one of his furnaces with a Uruk pit, and he's got a moderately big army.
Yep, he is spamming out the Uruks now. Once you get machinery of war, then your war machine starts grinding forwards. I don't agree with this Gondor soldier spam from Draco. I think that's a really poor play. I think he'd do far better to get townhouses, get rid of that stables, get rid of that siege works, get 5 townhouses or 4 townhouses and a blacksmith, and go for tower guards.
Well, he's got a level 5 battalion of soldiers.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Remember in our game how I said
Yeah, I see it.
get my starting units to level 5 with Gondor?
Is that his starting units, those level 5s?
I assume so, because they're the only ones that could be, with the creeping.
Right, probably.
So So we do have a big force here, a big clash, but Draco's going to win this easily. That was really poor army placement by Django. But that's because he's recruiting in the south there, so he just came in. He should have consolidated his force, I think, before trying to attempt to take on that army.
Well, he just summoned the Grishnak boys. Was that at the battle here, at the top? At the mineshaft?
That was where it was, and
They got teared up.
Yep. But he has killed one of the, it looks like he has, oh no, never mind, they're still alive. He really tore up those knights, and he got Pippin, but...
There's the heal.
I think, yeah, both battalions of knights are still alive, so he can retreat and heal them. They are getting good experience.
Well, looks like again Django is forced to go on the defensive.
But that's where you want to be, is Isengard.
Mm.
We've got a lot of pikes now from Django. Too many, I think, because Draco's just going to react by probably not making cavalry anymore. One thing to note, I do not see any archers from Draco, so the shield wall formation, or melee formation of the Uruk-hai will really help them.
Indeed.
Although I think the Gondor soldier shield wall is better. No, it's exactly the same, except no, it's just speed instead of less range damage.
Well, I can see that Draco is almost at his, well, past his max limit of command points, so his two armies are in the left, right, and the center lane, and this gives Django a chance to regain the build plots that were stolen from him at the northwest.
But if you look at Django's outpost, we've got a big push coming in here from Draco with a battering ram. This is going to be a big clash, I think. Oh, and Draco coming in, trying to prevent that army from reinforcing the outpost. He's going to see that battering ram. You got to move all your troops over there. I don't think he has enough to do it. He's got guys sitting in the top left corner, not doing anything. They could be helping.
Right.
That outpost will fall.
No doubt about it. Especially with the siege buff.
Yep. Exactly what I was talking about with rams. Just distract the enemy army, put them elsewhere, and suddenly you can take out entire bases with one battering ram. I think going for furnaces was Django's mistake here. If he had gone for 4 mine shafts, he could really span those Urks out at a discounted cost.
That would have, yes, it's a bit strange. I'm not sure. Maybe he had a bit of faith that he might be able to play a bit better in the early game. Then those the furnaces would have helped him much more in the late game.
Yep. So we see Draco doing his patented siege upgrade rush. That's what he always did against me too. I've since learned how to counter it, but
and he's already got forged blades.
Yeah, it hits a lot of people really off guard. Draco's strategy is really aggressive, but if it doesn't work, then suddenly he's in a very weak position.
Because he's got absolutely zero defense measures then.
And he's got very little eco as well.
So that's so.
He only has 3 farms on his inner base. So he's got very little command points, so if that army were to die, it would be very difficult for him to get it back.
Well, that outpost is gone.
Gondor seems unstoppable.
In the mid to late game.
Django needs to get up all of his towers. He needs to spam out a whole lot of Uruk-hai, and he needs to meet that force head on.
Well, looks like Django recovered for his last outpost at the southwest. He's built another one. He's trying to be a troll today.
You know what he might do, what he could easily do, he could make a siege works there, build 3 rams, and destroy Draco's.
I was thinking that as well. This is where you were talking about if Draco's attack goes wrong, he's left completely defenseless, his base.
Yes. Draco's sort of, he's kind of like all in, basically.
I think Draco think he's won the match now he's not very much concerned about his defense. Well, that's just my opinion. We'll have to see. He does still have Cloudbreak.
Yeah, I don't think he thinks that Django has any real forces left. I think he thinks that he's got him beat. But if Django would just make a siege works down there and make some rams, he could really mess Draco's day up.
Looks like he's still focusing on his recruitment up at his base in the north.
There's nothing wrong with that. With the towers, he does have a decent chance.
Of defense.
Like Draco going for a forward outpost, recovering his troops a bit. I don't know though, those upgraded troops, man, those are pretty nasty.
Looks like Draco's taken the outpost. If he builds a siege work there, he might very well be able to destroy Django's base.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it.
With those upgrades.
Getting a blacksmith, and I predict the third build plot will be a siege works.
Well, Draco's now revealed the second outpost with his knights.
Alright, well there goes that. He had his chance, and he missed it.
Already you can see a lot of his Draco's troops falling back to defend his base.
Yep. Very good reaction from Draco. He's not going to be able to defend that. I don't know why Django remains there. He might as well just retreat, save those troops.
I don't think he saw the cavalry scout.
Django going for an armory now. Well, he definitely sees the tower killing his troops. I don't know. I don't think that Django can get enough upgrades fast enough to counter that army. I really don't. But he does have his level 3 furnaces. He'll get a bit of a discount.
It's about a 20% discount. Is that with the research or the purchase?
It's for the purchase on the units.
If you go down to the south, you can see Draco is preparing to tear that outpost apart. He will not tolerate any trolls.
I really don't understand why Django's remaining there. He's just going to lose those troops. He might as well pull them back.
Well, looks like he's going in for an attack.
Oh, that's a dead Urukai. Ooh, got Grishnak, but they will be trampled.
Those are equivalent to 3 orcs, right?
Yes.
So
maybe
they're
a little stronger.
not much use against cavalry. There's the cloud break.
Oh, it looks like the Uruks there on the Tainted Land are still fighting because they have War Chant, which gives fear resistance. Oh, and here's a battering ram from Draco. That outpost is toast.
No doubt about it. If Draco had reacted a bit faster down at the south, perhaps built a siege work like you recommended, he might have been able to deal a good amount of damage to Draco's base.
But we do have Forged Blades coming out now for Django, looks like. That is another weakness with Draco's strategy. He has his first hero out now, but early on he very rarely has anything beyond Pippin because he puts so much into building siege and upgrades that he just has no heroes. So that's a good way to counter it, is to make a few heroes of your own. The holy trinity of Isengard, in my opinion, are Wolfgar, Grima, and Bill early on.
Surprisingly enough, Django didn't go for any of them.
And here we got Uggy Ugluck.
we
The Ugmeister is on the battlefield.
We should stop making fun of Ugluk.
I will never stop making fun of Ugluk. I will die before I stop making fun of Ugluk. See if the Ugster can swing it in his favor.
Oh, we have Beragond and Boromir on the battlefield. Looks like he's
I think
going...
it would have been wiser to go for Aragorn before Boromir, personally. Not much of a cost difference. I don't know. I think Draco is being very timid. He doesn't know... He doesn't trust his strength. All he needs is 3 battering rams, and he could easily take out that whole base.
Well, I think he's just toying with Django.
Well, Draco's not one. He doesn't really like to do that. He likes to have good matches and end them quickly. He's never been the type of person to taunt or toy with people. So,
I see.
I think he really just doesn't know if he's got the strength, and so he's being hesitant. That's why he's, you still see him harassing the mine shafts.
Still trying to cripple his economy.
Yep. prevent him from getting those devastatingly strong upgrades. But it's not going to matter at this point. He has no discount on Uruks. He has no means of getting any more, really. He's out of command points. Can't get any more command points because he doesn't have any map control. So, I think this is pretty much over. Draco has a huge army on both fronts. Django's best chance was to hit him with a ram rush down in the south, and he missed it.
He took a bit long there. Yes, there's the GG.
Throwing out the GG, I think he realizes. Hopefully he will fight to the end.
Die a noble death.
Couple of excellent games, though. Really showing us Draco's strength, giving us something to look forward to in the 8th finals. Probably going to be some very epic matchups there.
Yes, that's going to be incredible. I cannot wait. But first, we'll have to determine the better players in the 16th finals.
Yep. So far, the ones that we've casted, anyways, we have Mogat and Draco. Those two were to fight. That would be a titanic clash because both are extremely aggressive players.
I cannot wait for that match.
Well, there's no guarantees. We'll see what the matchups will be after the 16th finals are done with.
We'll have to see. Yes.
Gonna need more than just forged blades.
He'll need heavy armor as well.
Oh, and here we have Uggy's ugly twin, Lurtz.
Lurtz. But I haven't seen Ugluk. Where's the ugly Ugluk?
Yeah, he's there, trust me. He's in the middle.
Just blends in really well.
So does Lurtz, actually. It's really hard to find them. Got Cripple coming out on Boromir. Get a quick kill on him with his heroes. Get some levels.
There's the dark medicine of Ugluk.
Oh.
Let's
Where's
see.
Lurtz? Lurtz could be helping him kill Boromir.
Oh, Boromir made a narrow escape.
Very well done by Draco. Oh, but I don't know, though. He's pretty low health if he goes back in. Isengard really showing their strength there.
There's some good defense tactics from DJANGO.
Yeah, but don't forget about that massive army sitting on that outpost in the east with trebuchets.
And we're getting Faramir to the west, so that will probably boost his army as well.
That's another thing that a lot of people underestimate. Faramir is a really good hero in the Edain mod. Just because he sucks in the vanilla game, people don't make him. He's extremely versatile. He's very strong. He has an excellent ability on level 2 that is basically a blade master. He's a good hero.
And he's got some good leadership as well. Oh,
Yeah.
he's a trebuchet.
Just like Haldir for Lorien.
Yes, a lot of people underestimate him.
So this army in the east, led by Baragond, moving in
with a trebuchet. That's only one.
Shotting a sentry tower. That is ridiculous. Yeah, there's no recovering from this. Very well played by both players. I think that DJANGO just should have been a little more aggressive with his creeping, and he should have had a better chance.
He should have gone for mine shafts instead of the furnaces.
Yeah, please, everybody watching this, stop making furnaces at the start. It's not going to help you.
You put too much.
Mine shafts.
You put too much faith in your early game.
Yeah, you need to discount those Uruks and get them out on the field as quickly as you can. That's why mine shafts are better. And then once you do get to late game and you have map control, you destroy all those mine shafts and replace them with furnaces.
And if you have a bad early game, those furnaces will not help you at all.
No, they will not.
Right, but some good play from both players. Both very aggressive players. DJANGO just should have focused a bit more on the creeps in the early game.
Yeah, the creeps would have helped him. He let Draco steal all of his creeps. But yeah, so that will drop DJANGO out of the tournament. Sad to say.
And Draco will proceed to the 8th finals. Right, thank you everybody for watching. Please stay tuned. Our next stream will be 10 o'clock Central European time. And it will be a match between, I'm not entirely sure. So if you want to see who, please tune into Twitch. And hopefully we'll see you then.
Yes, and for the folks watching just on my YouTube channel, please make sure to rate, comment, share, and subscribe. Help the channel grow. Let's take the Edain mod to new levels. And until next time, as always, stay awesome.
Woo! That was a good game.
I think that stream was so much better than
Then
the first one. I think we got way better.
you think so? I feel more
Yeah.
relaxed. Ugh,
Yeah, your commentating was really good.
thanks. Maybe one day
I'll interrupt you a few times though.
I still hear my voice echoing in your headset.
Unfortunately.
Maybe one day I'll be the commentator you think I am.
I already think you are, dude.
We'll just have to see. So the next one is in, like, what, 3 hours, I think?
Yeah. Okay, well, I am going to render the videos. Oh, all that. I'll say that in the menu.
I'll just have to upload. Where's Bowster? Is he still AFK?
I don't know. Doesn't really matter. He has not much to do with it.
Mogat says Elite is very quiet in the stream.
Oh, am I?
Yes, apparently.
Turn me up a bit.
Alright.
Get converted. Talk guys later. Alright, well. It's a shame we didn't get to see the final matchup, Mordor versus Gondor.
Unfortunately.
That might have been an interesting one.
We never get to the 3rd round.
Yeah. Well, we will probably see 3rd round matches in these 8th finals.
Most definitely.
So let's have a little look here in my PMs. I think I already deleted them, actually. So I don't think I know when the next matchup is. I just want to confirm for sure so I know I'm here.
Alright.
Make sure to turn me up a bit for the...
Yes, I'll have to do that in TeamSpeak. Let's just see. Kryptik. Change volume. Well, you're still on 0.0 decibels. I think I just turned myself a bit up.
Yeah, probably. Turn me up a little bit, and hopefully that'll be okay.
Alright, you're up to 3 decibels.
Alright, am I overwhelmingly loud, or am I good?
No, you sound fine. Actually, you sound the same to me.
Oh, okay. Alright, well, I'm going to get started on converting these over, so just shoot me a message on Game Ranger whenever the next stream is going to start.
Right, I'll see you then. Cheers, Kryptik.
Make sure not to fall asleep now.
I hope I won't.
Alright, see you in a bit.
Cheers.
User disconnected from your channel.
Ugh.